Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. So this video is just about me catching up and checking in with everybody as it's been a little while. First of all, the project I'm working on in the background, well, there's two of them actually, and they're both bookmark diamond paintings that I've had in my stash for a while, and I thought these would be good little projects to do in the background while we catch up. So, how is everybody going? How are you Northern Hemisphere people handling summer? Is it hot? Is it horrible? Is it sticky? Are you doing well? Here in the Southern Hemisphere, it is winter and it is bloody cold. I mean, yeah, of course it's winter, but normally our winters aren't too bad, but it is a particularly cold one this year. Now, there's a couple of reasons apparently. There's been a Arctic blast or something like that come over. Well, I know here in Australia where I'm located, not the tropical parts of Australia, they're doing okay, but us that have the seasonal part of Australia, it's bloody cold. And Terry told me he'd read it on the news the other day that it actually is confirmed that it is a way colder winter than we normally get. It's up to 5 degrees colder, and that of course is centigrade. So for you Fahrenheit people, you'll have to work that out yourself, but for us, yeah, 5 degrees colder. So it definitely is a freezing one, and you know it's a bad one when I feel it, and I am really feeling it, because normally winter's my season and I'm not that bad with it, but this one's horrible. So that sort of leads into the next part. It's because of the weather and because it's a seasonal thing. I do think I'm actually suffering a bit of seasonal affect disorder, or SAD, if you know it as that, because I am just really, really struggling to get things done, to care about getting things done, and general motivation. It's horrible. Also, filming is a bit difficult at this time of year, as you could imagine. Light levels are quite poor, and yeah, I've got lights I can light up my front room with, but I still like to try and film in the day during natural light. Even if it is poor natural light, I still think it looks a bit better than if I'm using artificial lights, because I tend to get the shadows and stuff with the artificial light. So yeah, by 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm shutting all the curtains and turning the lights on because it's that dark outside. So yeah, not getting a lot of daylight hours to do stuff, and because it is short daylight hours, we're also trying to go out and get some sort of natural light on our skin as well. So yeah, really, really difficult time to film at the moment. Plus also cats are cold, so I'm getting lots of cat cuddles, especially with Luna. She just jumps on your chest and you've got to stop whatever you're doing or eating and give her a cuddle. I am referring to her as portion control kitty at the moment, because if ever I'm eating something sugary, she tends to just jump on my chest and stop me from eating it. So yeah, she's definitely portion control kitty. She's being a very good girl. And Jill wants a few snuggles. She's not very much a lap cat, but in her own way, she wants a little bit more attention because of the weather as well. But I have managed to have some wins. I have completely cleared up what was referred to as my craft hovel. So the old craft hovel has pretty much now become a display room for the loz I'm building, for any miniatures I'm building, and my collections, things like that. And it's also now got a sofa bed in it, so we can have the nephew down and he can sleep on a sofa bed instead of an inflatable mattress. So I think that will be great for him. I've also cleaned up the area where I record. So it's my creative space now. So it's half of the lounge room where I can look out on the street with the big window, but it's got my desk, it's got my camera set up, it's got a lot of craft supplies and art supplies as well. So that's a big win. I managed to get all of that organised, and being able to see my craft supplies again and going through them again, it's made me rediscover a lot of the craft supplies I have and never quite got to use, but it's also been some craft supplies I've looked at and gone, what the hell did I buy that for? What was I going to do with that? So it's been, a bit of a a bit of an up and down, but mostly a positive in that regard. And it's also really sort of sparked my want to create again. Because, I have so many cool supplies here that I really want to use them. So that has been sort of a trigger, I guess you could say, or a motivation into me wanting to reevaluate this channel. To be brutally honest, as it stands currently, I'm just not happy with the channel. But again, I'm putting that down to maybe it's that time of the year, like the season, where nothing is making me happy because it's just a miserable winter type thing. But I was starting to struggle a bit with enjoying the process. As you've probably noticed, I've had a couple of missed videos, and there's going to be a couple more. I'm not going to pretend I'm suddenly all better and going to start uploading 2 again. At the moment, it's just going to be as I feel like it, and that most likely will only be through winter. But there's been that, and I've mentioned it in other videos, how I'm not getting the collab requests anymore with the diamond painting companies. They have completely dried up. I mean, yes, I just did one with Biggest Craft, but they are a cross-stitch company, so they're still doing occasional requests for collabs, which I'm really grateful for. But all of the diamond painting ones have definitely dried up. Like, I have been contacted by 2, but they've changed the way they do it now. They want me to order through their website, and one company was order through their website, we give you the diamond paintings for free, but you pay for shipping. And the other company was order through the website, use this code, but you can only select out of the 5 we're recommending to you. So I've politely declined both of them, because if I'm going to do it, I want to be able to select what I want, because it has to be my taste so I enjoy it and I can be more enthusiastic about presenting it to the audience. But since that's not how they want to do it now, I have politely declined. So I'm stepping away from doing the PR reviews at this stage, mostly because I'm not getting them anymore. And I have reached out to the companies and asked if something I did, like if they didn't like my 666 jokes or whatever, and I'm a bit sweary, but they do sell sweary diamond paintings. So, I mean, I don't know. I didn't get answers, and nobody came back to me with an answer as to what it was. They're probably just cutting costs, so that's fine. Look, no hard feelings to any of them. I'm grateful for what I got and the time I have been able to use those videos or do those videos, because they have been really good for giving me the practice to do editing and things like that. And they're also like really easy and quick to film. I mean, the reality is you don't have to really do much to them. You just have to present what you've got. So they are a lot more quicker to film and edit. So yeah, that is not going to be part of the channel going forward. So it's going to be, I guess, a slight change to the channel. Not a lot. Not really a big lot. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to have a channel, but it's just going to veer slightly a very lazy left, I guess you could say, where like what I'm showing now will still be sort of shown in the sense of the brick building I'm doing, because I'm really enjoying that. I've loved that since a child, and I'm getting back into it with the Loz kits and ones from Kmart and other places I can get them. So that will be what you see a lot more of. Also wanting to start on working on the miniatures. I've done the roll-off ones that were clicked together, but now I've got to start, I did the book nook, of course, which was a glue together, and now I've got a lot more of those ones, not book nooks, but traditional type miniature room kits to build. And I am pretty much looking to add more crafty and artsy things to the channel, as I said, because I've rediscovered all my supplies and I want to start using them and I want to start making again. So you will see that on the channel. There's a lot of sort of journaling and booking, as I call it, that I wasn't aware of, that I have discovered, and that will definitely be part of the channel because I'm practicing it now in the background and I'm having so much fun with it that I will start sharing it as well. I'm calling it M.A.G.G. Terry said you can't call it that because of the BJ part, but those of you that don't have a dirty mind, what it stands for me, Junkie Art Grid Glue Smash Book Journals. So it sort of covers, I think, every type of booking and journaling I discovered out there. So you've got like your junk journals, your art journals, your glue books, your grid journals, your smash books. And that's why I'm calling it M.A.G.G, because I, first of all, don't want to be hemmed in by what I'm creating. I have found it really interesting watching way too many videos from people making these things, and some people are very rigid on what a definition of a certain book is. I mean, a glue book, for example, is what we would have called a scrapbook when I was a kid, because scrapbooking's been around for a while, again as a resurgence, but it's more about photos and memorabilia, where a scrapbook when I was a kid was you cut out things you liked and glued it into a book. That's now a glue book. So it's just ridiculous, the amount of terminologies and what you can call something. So I'm calling it M.A.G.G. And that's what I am doing, and that's what I'll be sharing on the channel, and remembering that I am an absolute beginner on all of these. So I guess it's going to be from the perspective of a genuine beginner, not a person who's been doing it a long time and wants to go back and try and do explanations and tutorials on how to do it. As someone who knows how to do it, we can grow together if you want to join me in the M.A.G.G. And I'm going to keep saying it because I think it's just hilarious. In the M.A.G.G journey, you can join me and we can do it together and learn together. And I think that will be absolutely awesome. I also want to go back to making physical items to sell, like jewelry and key rings, brooches, that sort of thing. I've still got all my supplies. I have weeded out. So I sort of did like a business plan, even though I'm not a business, on what I want M.A.G's design to be and M.A.G's digital to be. So I want to sort of do the two parts because, like I said, I want to practice art. I'm beyond a beginner, or sorry, even lower than a beginner. I'm a complete novice, still drawing stick figures, but I want to improve those skills, hence why the journaling thing is a good thing for that as well. But I want to go back to making physical stuff to reopen my M.A.G. Designs. I don't even know what my store was called, M.A.G. Designs. I want go back to selling the physical stuff, and that will be worldwide, but postage I think is still ludicrously expensive for around the world. But if you're not buying Australian, like if you're buying with US dollars, I think it like works out to 2 cents because the exchange rate is terrible, but you get what I mean. But yeah, and the things I'll be making are the things that I like. Same with the journaling. So it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be necessarily polite. You know me by now if you've watched the channel for a while. I like swearing. I like doing things with anatomy. That's the journey I want to make with the journaling and the jewelry and accessory making. So I think I'm going to, and I will show some of those processes on YouTube as well. I have very much stated that my channel is not for children and it's not for tightly wound adults either. You've got to have a sense of humour, and I think most of you will enjoy seeing that stuff made, and it will be absolutely hilarious and fun. Of course, it won't be a quick process. I'm still trying to, well, nothing's really going to happen while winter's here, I'll be real. I'm just trying to get through each day at the moment as I can, so I just do a little bit every day to try and, you know, not sit on the couch and be a blancmange. I have set myself a challenge of being creative for 100 days in a row, and that doesn't necessarily mean draw or paint or anything. It can be colour in a colouring book page or film a video or film a voiceover, edit a video, just at least one thing that is creative every day for 100 days. And from the day I started, it's a few days ago from the day of me recording this. The 100 days, and this was not timed, but this timed out perfectly, ends on the 31st of October. So what a perfect day for that to be my 100th day. So yay, I think that works out really good. So I know I've got to be creative, doing something, at least one thing every day for 100 days. And so far so good. I think I'm on at time of recording, about day 8 or 9. And I've been okay so far. So yeah, it's all something. So just to summarise, diamond painting is going to slowly fade away from the channel. Cross stitching is still part of the channel. I'm just not doing it at the moment because, again, winter and poor light. I need it to be warmer and I need it to have more light. So that will come back more towards the spring, late spring, summer, when it'll be easier to do. So it's not gone away. It's just I'm not doing it at the moment. Colouring's going to stay because that's a good way to practice art as well, and I can learn shading and things like that when I actually sit down and try to learn it rather than just mindlessly watch something on television in colour, which is what I do a lot, which is also good because we need to have stuff that we can just do to completely zone ourselves out. And the hashtag event, of course, is still staying, and that will continue. Like, I'll have to think of a new one soon when it's 2025, because I'm absolutely enjoying that, and I absolutely love the entries and the little community that you build from doing things like that. So yeah, those things aren't going anywhere. Just really the only thing was probably diamond painting is going to slowly fade away. I've still got some, like I want to do these like I'm doing in this video, the little ones to do for catch-ups and story times and things like that. But yeah, I've got to work out what I'm going to do with my bigger ones. It's really going to be a reconnection with what I enjoy. I think I started to lose that a little bit with just thinking, got to get 2 videos out. Well, yeah, last year it was got to get 3 videos out, got to get 3 videos out. This year's been got to get 2 videos out, got 2 videos. What can I do? What's quick? And that's why hauls were really quick. So you're not going to see as many of them. They're not going to weigh good. So if I get a little bit of money, I'll buy stuff, but they're not going to be like, PR review type level. So yeah, it's actually a little bit more work for me, because to do the videos where I'm building things like brick building or miniature building, that's a lot of raw data I have to sort through and edit to put online. Like, say something like a little Loz mini house might have 2.5 hours of raw data, which I then condense down into the 15-minute video, 10-minute, 15-minute video. So yeah, and it might take 1 or 2 days to build, depending again on how I feel, what else I've got going on. So it's a lot more work for me. So I'm either going to have to work out if I'm still going to do 2 videos a week, or down to 1, one week, 2 another. I don't know. It's all up in the air basically, and it's all going to be something I work out. But again, not till the weather's better and I'm feeling a lot better. At the moment, I'm just going through the best I can, and I really do apologise to people if you've been expecting the 2 videos. I just do what I can at the moment, but I'm not going anywhere. The channel's definitely here to stay. I'm here to stay. I'm just looking for new and exciting ways to bring joy back to me and doing the YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching and listening. It is truly appreciated. Leave me a comment down below on how you're doing. I am really interested, because I do love to engage with my audience, and for us to have our own little community and catch up is great. So yeah, leave a comment. I will respond. And the usual, if you don't know what to say, leave an emoji even on how you're feeling, and I will respond in kind. But I do genuinely hope you're all doing well and surviving what horrible temperatures, the country or region you are currently in is throwing at you. I want everyone to stay safe and warm or cool depending on where you are. The usual, if this is your first time watching my channel, or if you have watched for a while and haven't done so already, please subscribe, hit that like button, the notification bell. It all helps out my channel, it helps out the algorithm, and it helps YouTube recommend my channel to other people. It is very much a mixing pot of many different arts and crafts and hobby things. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, I do have a Ko-fi and a Patreon account set up, and the details are up here on screen. But that will do it for this video. So again, thank you for watching and listening, especially to the end. And until next time, everybody, please stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.